What's up everybody, welcome back. Today I'm going to show you a super easy project that you can complete in just a few minutes and sell. I'm going to be making this one out of this old cedar board. So you can do whatever dimensions you want really. We're going to make a set of two, so I'm going to cut two pieces to 16 inches. So now that we've got these two pieces, we're going to make some pieces that come out right about here and stick out, and they're going to be a square. So we're going to measure the width of this, which is 5 5/8. So that's how long we're going to cut the next two pieces to. Now we've got two back pieces and two out pieces. I don't know, whatever you want to call them. So we're going to put these like this, but then we want a little support here to hold it so it doesn't break. So we're going to cut a triangle that sits at a 45-degree angle. So we'll take our miter saw, bring it over to 45 degrees. So that piece is no good. So we're going to make a new one. And we want these to be the same. I want them to be the same. I'm OCD about stuff like that. Now that we got these trimmed so that they're exactly the same, all we have to do is attach it together. But first we want to sand them so they at least look a little bit nice. Now that we've got all these pieces sanded, we're going to just screw them together. And for pre-drilling, I'm using a 1/8 drill bit with a countersink bit. And you're going to set it here like this. And you're just going to want to line it up just a little bit up from the bottom. And then once you get that lined up, you know that that's where you want this piece to sit. You're going to need a pencil and a tape measure. You're going to measure up and say that's 5 3/4 up. So that's how high the bottom of this is going to sit. So we can take that off, and we can draw up from the bottom and make a tiny little mark at 5 3/4 in two different spots. So now we can take our piece and set it there, line it up with those, and that's where it's going to be. I'm going to use this clamp to help me. And we're just going to lightly, so that we don't dent the wood, clamp it in place. And then we can adjust it where we need it exactly. Clamp it down a little bit tighter. And then on the back side, we'll just put in a screw on each side. One there. One on the other side, making sure it's still on our guide marks that we put. Once you've got that, all you need to do is put in your support piece. And the only thing you need to do with this is make sure it's centered. So we're going to measure this across. This is 5 9/16. But a little trick, so you can find the center really easy, is you just tip it, find the nearest number you can split, like 6, and draw a little line on the 3 where it's half, and that'll give you the halfway point. So now we can just line up our triangle in the center, and to make sure this is the correct spot, we can hold it in place and measure both sides. 2 3/8, 2 1/2. So it needs to go that way just a tiny bit. It's right about there probably, and that's 2 7/16 and 7/16 and 2 7/16. So this is our spot where we want this piece to go. So now, same thing. I'll just hold it in place this time instead of using the clamp because it's hard to clamp at 45. Get a little bit as far as that goes. And then put our screw in. Screw into this part. To ensure that this piece is secured. And that's all there is to it to assemble this. So once you've got them like this, pre-drill 4 holes in each corner to assemble. Here's the screws that are going to be used to attach them to the wall. And then you can put whatever finish you want, stain. I'm just going to use this white paint and paint them because I think it'll look nice. And it'll help protect them if they go into a bathroom or something from mold and mildew and water absorption. So now they're painted and drying. And when they're done, I'll put them up for sale.